Hello everyone, we're doing something a little different today. No roller coasters, we're at a castle, Warwick Castle in fact. Here we have, there is a dungeons, there is a falcon show, there's a trebuchet. It's not running at the minute because of COVID, but usually they fire the trebuchet and you get to watch that. There is other things, there's a time tower which isn't open today, there's a maze, there's all sorts of things. It's very family friendly. We're going to look around. We've got here a little late, got stuck on the M1 unfortunately for 3 hours, so we're going to walk around. Looks like the Bowman's on doing a little show. Let's go and look at that. Woo! Hey!
Sorry, that completely... Anyway, thank you for such a surprising welcome. I appreciate it. My name, for those of you who have no idea, is Master Jonathan Bowman, Captain of the English Archers here in the town of Warwick, and I begin with terrible news. Tomorrow I have to go to war.
Oh dear.
Thanks for the sympathy. Yes, tomorrow me and my 300 archers from this county, we march for Coventry. More sympathy, please.
Oh.
It's a shame, isn't it? But we won't stay long because we join with the rest of our force of 15,000. Then we descend upon the capital of London, where we have a mammoth task ahead of us. Check this out. We have to take a king from the throne and replace that king with a different king. I'm pretty sure we put the king on the throne we're trying to take off in the first place. It's confusing. So allow me to introduce my beau. Tall blonde here. She is 6'7", 75 pounds of draw weight. She is a she, therefore she's got a name. Her name is Carriad.
Oh, beautiful.
No cheer, that's normally what. So it goes. Knock, you draw, you lose. Okay? Now look, whenever I shoot, I don't tend to call my own commands because I know what I'm doing. But this is a show, so therefore I have my introductory arrows. I wish to concentrate on shooting, which means I need somebody to command me, i.e. all of you. Right, just don't go too fast, don't go too slow, okay? Right, my hand is on my first arrow, and now wait for my first command.
Draw.
Don't go too slow, yeah? Keep going, keep going.
Draw.
Good, keep going.
Draw.
Just keep saying it, keep saying it.
Draw.
Last one, here we go.
Draw.
There we go, give yourself a cheer, thanks for your help. So we want to get them before they get anywhere near us. The way we do it is with 2 bits of wood, feather and string. Now we are required to loose our arrows quick and far at a rate of 10 to 15 arrows every minute, up to a distance of 400 yards. That's a quarter of a mile from here to the car park.
Goodness.
And most of you will know that's a pretty long walk. You bring the bow to 45 degrees, you stretch the arrow to your earlobe and you let go, and this thing is going to launch and it will fly because it's got feathers from a goose. And then this arrow that soars through the sky will then reach its peak, tip and start to fall, and then it picks up speed. And then this arrow, now hurtling towards the ground, is now looking for a brand new home. And that new home should be right here. Sorry, a bit of drama to illustrate. Fine, by the way. The most likely thing you're going to hit on the battlefield is the battlefield. But that's okay too, because half our job is to cause pain and death, yes, but the other half is to scare the living daylights out of them. We force them to go, no, not going to go that way, not going that way. That's the idea, you see. It is law in this country that every single peasant must practice archery every Sunday after church before the pub. Before the pub, okay? And you practice from a very, very early age. You start from the age of 6 years old. Anyone here 6 years old? Yeah? Okay. So, that's better. So the 6-year-olds, you guys, you are at the peak of your physical prime to become archers. Right, I'm going to let you go now. But before you go, I'll leave you with this, that tomorrow I go to war. But I don't need any sympathy because you now know that I'll be joined by my brothers, archers, peasants. For 70% of our force consist of archers. All peasants. Yep, all peasants. But there's more. About 29% of infantry. They are peasants as well. Now that's 99% of your battlefield covered with peasants, leaving just 1% that remains. And who's that 1%?
The knight.
Yeah! Knights! 1%! That's it! Can you believe it? And guess where the knights are? Yes! Everyone knows it. Back! Sat on their ponies. And they're there, waiting to swoop in
Pick off everyone
and
else.
claim all of the glory. But you know what? It doesn't matter. And it doesn't get us down because we all have something that keeps us going. And that is, of course, 2 pieces of wood. Feather and string. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Enjoy your day at Warwick Castle.
So the Bowman show, that was fantastic. He was really good. I don't know whether you call him an archer or an actor. I don't know, maybe a mixture of the both. But he was fantastic at what he did. He really engaging with the audience, and he was very skilled at what he did as well. So that's really good. I'm really impressed at the person they've hired to do that, and the show itself, very good. I'm very, very pleased with that. Okay, here we have the trebuchet, and they usually fire this off as a show, but because of COVID reasons, I think they're not doing a show around here. I guess because there's not a lot of area to space people out. But there it is. If you come on a non-COVID day, you'll get to see this being fired. Let's take a little closer look at the mechanisms of this. It's a pretty big beast. We'll stand next to it and see if you can. Well, we can see people standing there next to it and get an idea of the size of it. It's huge. These are the things they fire, balls, size of a football. Pan around, we can see the castle right there. Okay, we're entering the Peacock Gardens. I was wondering if there's going to be many peacocks around. There's loads of them. See if we can get any with all its feathers out. Hello. Get your feathers out. Can you spot the peacock in a hedge? Well, those are peacocks in a hedge. What I was talking about. Oh. There. There it is. Peacock in a hedge. Nice little conservatory area up here. Something to eat in there. Got a little fountain in the middle. The birds are free to have their drink in here. Some peacock topiary there throughout the gardens, all around here. There's one. We haven't seen one with all its feathers out yet. you. Okay, it's time for Falconers Quest. Let's go and watch the show. Lots of birds of prey should be flying close over our heads. Should be a good show. Let's go and have a look.
I, Thomas de Beauchamp, 11th Earl of Warwick, welcome you. In this year of 1356, I have returned victorious from the war in France, where I served as a loyal commander to His Majesty King Edward. I could tell you of my adventures there, but today I wish to tell you of someone else's adventure, or rather a quest, that helped me rebuild Warwick Castle. I will tell you now of the Falconers' Quest. One day, a young lad arrived at the castle. He was called Hobby, and he was the son of a local fisherman. Hobby was presented to me, and he told me that since he was a child, he had watched in awe as my falconers had reared and trained my birds. How he loved to see the birds of Warwick fly majestically over the castle, and how heartbroken he was when so many did not return from war.
I wish to stand as your master falconer and see the skies above the castle full of birds of prey.
They were barn owls. Many of my countrymen believe barn owls bring good fortune, and Hobby wanted to bring these birds to the castle, as he believed they would bring him luck on his quest. They were wonderful birds. He knew they had marvelous eyesight. He had seen them swoop down and catch their prey even on the darkest of nights. Body so light, feathers soft, silent in flight, this bird's a delight. Those small creatures that hide in the long grass should take heed. Beware the silence. Beware the long legs. Beware the talons.
I know you owls will bring me luck. On my quest, I will need to see like you, to hear like you. Then I can bring the birds back to Warwick. Come, my friends, come.
It was the largest bird in the land, a white-tailed sea eagle. Hobby had seen nothing like it before. He was so excited to see it in full flight, with its massive, long, broad wings. Hunter will feed on carrion, or they may steal food from other creatures. All are in danger. Fish, rabbits, even other birds should watch out for the sea eagle. Hobby marveled at the glorious sight of such a powerful bird. Across the river, a strange figure appeared. They pointed at Hobby, then pointed to the sky. Then they summoned a bird. This huge, sturdy bird was a Steller's eagle. Those that cast their eyes on this magnificent bird are transfixed by its presence and power. eagle. One of the largest and one of the toughest eagles in the world. Hobby searched the skies of this new land, for he had heard of a large bird of prey that is rarely found in England. Then he saw the largest owl he had ever seen. An owl the size of an eagle. This dramatic-looking bird is a predator that will rule its land with an iron wing. All should beware the eagle owl.
That weren't easy.
And there was always one bird that he found the most thrilling. The peregrine falcon. Peregrine, the wanderer, bird of the cliff and mountain, moor and craggy coastline. In the sky, there is no place for hunter to hide. This bird must rely on speed. When she tucks in her wings, she shoots towards Earth to become the fastest bird in the world. Seeing this bird in flight and on the hunt takes Hobby's breath away. He longs to learn more, to be tested, and now in this land, that test will come. From a master falconer and the most royal of falcons, the peregrine. Training for the bird begins once they leave the nest. Training for Hobby begins now. The falcon and falconer must work together as one, building a relationship that has been, throughout the ages, mysterious and strong. Catching them on the wing, they strike a target with a single deadly blow. Such speed can kill their prey on impact. A ruthless killer who is totally focused on the hunt.
Oh, yeah.
Hobby knew this loyal and royal bird would soon be welcomed back to the castle. Unlike other birds of prey that hunted alone, these birds worked together to stalk, chase, trap, and kill their prey. It was not long before he met these wolves of the sky. They were the Harris Hawks. Hobby learned that they lived and hunted as a family with a strict hierarchy, and he saw that the ruler of the family was a female. Hobby heard a very strange story, that if there is no room to perch on a tree, they will sit on top of each other up to 4 birds high. Hobby continued on his adventure. He journeyed south, where he had heard about a strange-looking bird with enormous wings. For many days he searched, until one day he saw an unbelievable sight. It was an Andean condor. Legend said this was the biggest flying bird in the world. On seeing this magnificent bird, Hobby knew this to be true. Hobby was amazed to learn that the Andean condor had a wingspan of over 10 feet. he saw that it did not flap its wings to fly, but used the air current to keep it in the air. These giants of the air live in high mountains and open grasslands along coastlines. They are not natural hunters. They like to scavenge for food. On all his adventures, Hobby has found many wonderful and unique birds, but there was one he still wished to find. This was the bald eagle. The bald eagle is an aggressive predator, a true hunter. It does not care how it gets its food. It will eat carrion, steal fish from other birds, or hunt for its own, often swooping down and grabbing the fish with its sharp talons. The bald eagle would rule the skies of Warwick. Having found the majestic bald eagle, Hobby returned to Warwick and stood before me. He told me of his adventures, of the birds he had found. He reminded me of the reward he had wished for, to be my master falconer and care for the birds of Warwick. I reminded him that he also wished to see the skies above the castle full once more with birds of prey. Both Hobby and I were rewarded. Again, the skies above Warwick were full of many magnificent birds of prey, a sight that would indeed be the envy of a king. Warwick had a new hero, and I had a new master falconer, who was destined to protect and care for these beautiful birds. Hobby had fulfilled the falconer's quest. As you look into the sky, let your imagination soar. We have one world, one sky, and one future. Together, we must respect and cherish these magnificent birds. We hope you have enjoyed the Falconer's Quest. Until we meet again, my friends, until then, farewell.
Wow, what an amazing show that was. That was fantastic. Loads of birds flying everywhere. We had I don't know, we said earlier, I don't know if I put it in the video, but there was a condor in there with over 10-foot wingspan. That is a massive condor. Andes condor, I think they said it was. There was all kinds of birds. Eagles, bald eagle? I think there was. There was a few eagles. There was peregrine falcons. Owls. Oh, that was amazing. They were all flying into the audience. It's getting really, really close. They were landing on the ground among people. That was fantastic, and the falconers were excellent. done a really good job and putting on a show as well for everyone, and the show was extremely enjoyable. So don't miss this if you come here. This is the highlight of the castle, other than the castle in itself. But yeah, Falconers Quest, make sure you get her here. This is the courtyard to the castle. Really lovely. Looks like they have a stage here. I'm guessing this is for the Halloween event they're about to do, which starts in a few days from now. It goes on throughout the school holiday season. All the way around 360. And back to where we started. Okay, we're going to take a little walk into the Great Hall. Oh, look at this. Just let the camera adjust to the light. Some suits of armour. Lovely. Some huge antlers. Oh my god, look at the size of them. I'm sorry for the animal that it was from. Oh, look at all those swords decorated up there. Can you get that? Wow, look at this. Very grand. This is someone's bed. Oh, this is a banqueting room, I guess. Drawing room. Oh, I don't recognise that fella. Can't imagine them all in the same room together, can you?
Catherine Howard wasn't born by the time the first three had died,
Oh,
so literally impossible.
it wouldn't have happened. Wouldn't have happened. Suits of armour. Certainly wouldn't want to be wearing one. Could you really imagine fighting in one of them? Muskets. Different swords there. All kinds of things. If you're into your armour and your weaponry, it's very lovely. You're wearing lots of different things. Crossbows up here. And more swords there.
Rightful King of England.
Kingmaker.
I, Richard Neville, Earl of Warwick, call you to arms. Men of England, I call you to arms. In our country is the illegitimate traitor Edward with foreign powers. The kingdom is threatened. Your households are threatened. Saddle your horses. Temper your weapons. Prepare for a great and decisive battle. God on the right. God for the king. God for King Henry.
Preparing for war. Leather making. Garments. Oh, I recognise that chap.
Such a day.
Men of England, Warwick calls to arms. In our country is the illegitimate traitor Edward with foreign powers. The kingdom is threatened. Your households are threatened. Saddle your horses. Temper your weapons. Prepare for a great and decisive battle. God and the right. God for the king. God for King Henry.
I need to know where all the other Merlin attractions are. There they are. And this, we'll get them ready for their Halloween event. Okay, that's our time done at Warwick Castle. We didn't have as much time as we wanted today, and there's a few things we haven't done. There's a few things that are closed for the coronavirus, but all in all, very good. The 2 shows we've done, they're excellent, and the walkthroughs of the castle and the interiors were really good. So we've had a really nice day. I thoroughly recommend it if you're down this area, or if you want to come to the castle even. It's a good day, good for all the family.